Hi, everyone. It's Denise Brown from the Caregiving Years Training Academy. A few months ago, one of my certified caregiving consultants asked me, if you were to design a company-wide policy that helped family caregivers, what would it be? And I said, every employee has a family emergency planning session during which they create their family emergency plan. Happens annually so that if something happens and the employee has to leave or pause work because of an emergency, there's a plan in place. There's a crisis, but there's a way to manage it. And I also think every team needs to have a conversation every year around what their team's emergency plan is. So if an employee on the team has to be away from work because of caregiving, the team continues because they have a plan in place. Oftentimes, when we think about how do we help family caregivers in the workplace, we look at what's the benefit? What benefits do we offer to family caregivers? And because I think of family emergency planning sessions as a policy, I think of it as actually training. It's part of the training program. It's part of a team's training budget. It's not part of the benefit package. It's training that happens every year. So it could be every January, the team says, okay, now it's time for us to review our emergency plan. And it also could be in March, every employee says, oh my gosh, it's time for me to review my family emergency plan. That way, there's ongoing connecting between the employee and resources. So for instance, when an employee goes through that family emergency planning session with a certified caregiving consultant, they're also prompted to look at resources that could help, resources including the employee assistance program or other benefits that are offered through the company. Typically, an employee doesn't think about those benefits being useful because they don't see themselves as someone is needing them. But when they go through the planning process and they start to think, what if, and they talk out a worry with a consultant, then they can think about, well, what would help me with that worry? What would help me with that crisis? And then typically there's some kind of benefit that could help. So if we look at every employee completing a family emergency planning session, then we have an opportunity to communicate and inform every employee about the benefits that are available to help them. That's why the family emergency planning sessions are part of a department's training budget. That way everybody does it. It's for everyone. We can help you with that. If you have a team and you think, oh my gosh, we need to do that for the team, we can help you. You can reach out to me and we could talk out how it would look for you, how it would benefit the team, and what the costs are. I'd love to help your team do it. I think it's just amazing to talk out what could happen and then have plans in place. So if it happens, you're okay. And even if you think, well, gosh, are we talking about something that might happen? Is that really a good use of our time? We worry about it. There are worries that we have about what could happen. So the opportunity to talk out what could happen is a way we release our stress. So when we take care of a worry with a plan, we are taking care of ourselves. Okay, thanks so much. I'm Denise Brown. Take care. Bye-bye.